Welcome back to the Tigers Den podcast, guys. Before we get started, you know what we got to do. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to ring that bell and join the Noti Squad. And welcome to the Season 6 recruiting special. Crazy to think that we are already into Season 6 and the turnover we've had on this roster. This year's roster has a great mixture of young and veteran players. One of my concerns going into next season is the danger of losing players early to the draft. QB Chris King is having an outstanding year and is now draft eligible. Another player to keep an eye on is Joel Thomas. He's a redshirt junior and a star. I wouldn't be shocked if he declared. Then you have Rob Bradford, a 4-year starter at tight end, our go-to when we need a first down, and he's gotten better every year, and he will be missed. We are losing 2 key players on the offensive line next season in left guard Anthony Williams and center Richard Golden. Both positions have young players waiting to step up and get some playing time. On defense, we're losing some solid players on the D-line. Charles Butler, who's a rotational DN, and our sack machine, and defensive captain Richard Maynard. Talk about a productive career. Through 3 seasons, he has 54 sacks. And we're also losing co-captain Marvin Goff. When we recruited him, he was a DN. Then we moved him to D-tackle, and he's flourished. We are also losing D-tackle Jason Brown and Steven Stewart. Both have seen playing time and contributed. Last major loss will be at corner. Ron Bennett has been a key player in the secondary for 4 years, and he had a breakout season in his junior year. So that's a look at some of the players that will be graduating or could declare early, but now it's time to look at the recruits that could be calling Grambling State home. First, we start with early commits. Meet Logan Young, a 4-star prospect from Louisiana. He's a number 3 middle linebacker in the country. He may be small in stature, but this kid is a player. Great tackling and hit power and play rec. He needs to work on his block shedding, but he could allow us to move back to the 3-4 defense. Since we're losing Rob Bradford next year, we need a tight end, and Tim Clark might be that guy. He's 6'8", 262 pounds from Cali. He's a 4-star prospect. He's a better blocker than receiver, but he has some receiving ability. We will work on his hands and speed, but he is going to be a solid player for Grambling State. GSU is also looking to get more depth at running back and, planning for the future. Meet 5-star back Logan Hayes from West Virginia. He has solid speed and agility. His carrying and moves are a concern. He could be an option for the red shirt. Another candidate for the red shirt is Darius Parrish from Louisiana. He's a 3-star prospect with solid coverage ability, but because of our depth, he won't see playing time next season. Now, personally, my favorite position to recruit is athlete because I love to find the guys who can play all over the field. And Bobby Harrison is the best athlete in the country. He's 6'4", 210 pounds, and a 5-star prospect. He could play corner, but guys, he's a quarterback. We really don't need a QB, but he is too good to pass up. And last and certainly not least is 3-star JUCO transfer Sean Holmes. He's a junior DN from Louisiana. He has great block shedding traits and hit power. He could be another candidate for the red shirt, but could also slide into the DN rotation. To the top of the board we go, and we might have found our running back of the future. Meet number 2 athlete in the country, Pierre Jackson from Georgia. And this kid is something special. He has speed, elusiveness, stiff arm, and he can run routes. Could he be the next great running back? Right now, it's a 2-team race between GSU and Texas. Number 2 on our board is the number 2 defensive end in the country. This is Dan Bird from Tennessee. He's a 4-star prospect, and he's undersized, but he makes up for it. Look at those block shedding traits. He may be the one to slide into the rotation his freshman year. Since we're losing 3 D tackles, why not go after the best defensive tackle in the country? This is Reggie Rivas from right here in our backyard. He's a 5-star D tackle, and this dude is nice. He's strong, he can get off a block, and he will be a great plug-and-play guy. We're going to bring him in week 5 when we battle with Tennessee. Next up is D tackle Martin Mills from Pennsylvania, and he's a big boy. 6'3", 301 pounds. The 4-star prospect will be a great hole plugger. We're in a battle with Miami, though. The Tigers continue to look at depth at linebacker. This is 5-star outside linebacker Will Banks from Louisiana. We're trailing behind Notre Dame and Oklahoma, but we're going to keep fighting because this dude is going to be a beast. He's got great speed, great tackling, and pursuit. He needs to work on his block shed, but he could see some early playing time. David Brooks is the third D tackle on our board. He's a JUCO transfer from Wisconsin, and he's another big body. He can get off of blocks, tackle very well, and can get after the quarterback. Because he is a JUCO, we would probably redshirt him. This season, we're losing Gerald Cox from the receiving room, so that leaves an opening. And we've been looking for a big body wideout, and Brad Thomas fits what we're looking for. The 4-star prospect is from Bama. He's 6'6", 220 pounds. He's a possession receiver with decent speed, great route running, and spec catch. He needs to work on his hands and catching traffic, but he could be a star in our offense in 2 years. We skip over the kicker, well, because he's a kicker, but just know he's very solid. Moving down the board, we have another JUCO. This is Chad Sheldon. He's a 3-star athlete from Louisiana, and he is fast. He has quarter and running back traits. I wonder if we would be able to play him on both sides of the ball. He'll be in for his visit week 5 when we play Tennessee. Here's another 5-star athlete for you, Rush Jones from Kentucky. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. He's another corner with great speed. Not sure if he'll stay on our board because of the depth we have already at the position. Our board is filled with athletes, and we're excited about this one. Meet Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. He's a 5-star prospect from Mississippi. Dude is 6'7", 218 pounds, and he's a wideout. Decent speed. Catching needs some work, but he has some interesting traits. With some work, he could be dominant. And last on our board is 3-star athlete Brian Baker from Washington. He's another JUCO transfer. He's another dual position kind of guy too. He can play receiver or corner, but probably will see time at corner. So that's going to wrap it up for the recruiting special this week. As you can see, we are adding some impressive players to our roster, but the board is always changing. So make sure you follow your boy on Twitter, IG, and Facebook to stay up to date with everything GSU. All right, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're brand new and ring that bell and join the Noti Squad. And we'll talk in the next Tigers In podcast when we get ready for Kentucky. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.